Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
So when I started on this healing journey about 2 years ago, my life was like really unmanageable, and I got shut. You know how the universe or God kind of like taps you on the shoulder, you don't listen, kind of gives you a little push, you don't listen, shoves you to your knees, you still don't listen. I got shoved on my ass.
Almighty morning. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, we are late, like usual, fashionably late. We couldn't be the show that flows if we weren't late, right?
Right. We're flowing. We're definitely flowing.
We're flowing. I'm a little unprepared this morning, but we'll get through it. Thank you, ladies, and for who's here. I can't really see. I see a hello, everyone. I cannot see the name.
And that's Katie Newkirk.
Yeah, sorry, my screen is just way too dark. Let me get the battery up, charged, and then I'll be able to brighten my screen here. But I can always see on yours too. Yours is so bright. Well, good morning, you guys. Welcome to the spiritual show that flows, where we help you guys get downloads and plant seeds. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Look at that. This Pluto day just popped up. Okay. Yep. All right. So Pluto wants you to know that it's Pluto Day today because it just literally popped up on my phone. So that's really cool. Anyways, welcome to the show that flows. And I am your host, and I have a co-host, and I am Claudene with Elevated by Claudene, and this is Julie. This is a show where we just let it flow. We talk about pretty much anything, and where we aim to get you guys download, seeds planted, and elevated. I am Claudene, the owner and the creator of Elevated by Claudene. And what I do is I help people transfer off of pharmaceuticals and street drugs and alcohol and all kinds of different addictions onto plant-based medicine. Those are my earthly human titles. I have a lot more that people call me, but whatever. I just like to say I am Claudene, and I'm here on the planet to help serve the human man. I'm deeply in love with the human. And I have a bunch of products The thing that's about this live, you guys, that Julie and I do together, because she's very well known for being a reader, a psychic reader, and doing psychic readings, but we do not do that on this show. Okay, you guys, she does not do this on that show. This is a different type of show where we go live and we talk about everything quantum and your health. Because for me, and what I do is because of my experience of being here, being a human, and living through all of what I've lived through, and how to have the connection that I have to source when we all live on a planet that is literally controlled and ruled by very, 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 very evil entities. Okay. Because what they've been trying to do since the day you were born is have you go against natural laws. Okay. So that's kind of like, we talk about that kind of stuff. Okay. So this is a show for, I would like to say, kind of elevated humans. You're not going to be here. You're not going to hear what I have to say, speak my truth, or Julie speak her truth, which they are different at different times because we're at all different awarenesses of what we know. And that's kind of basically, yeah, what we talk about, you guys. So you know, we're only gonna resonate with you if what we say resonates with you, it's for you. That's what I'm trying to say, you guys. I'm sorry.
Right.
But yes, so that's a little bit about the show. And then I've got Julie, who also runs her own little spiritual business, which is Love Warriors. If you guys would like to have a consult with us, have a consultation with us, you can go to my website, elevatedbyclaudene.com, and you can book an appointment with her and me, and our services are listed under services on my website. I also own a healing facility. You can always meet us here too, where we do counseling also. And I have a little storefront in the front of the facility of my basic line of medicines that I create, plant medicine. And that's what we talk about a lot about Gaia. We talk a lot about Gaia. She is a real entity. We're here on her planet. We are humans that live along with Mother Gaia. But again, a lot of people don't understand this because they don't know about natural laws, because they've been taken from us. So anyways, there we go. I've already just jumped in the seat and spurted out, you guys. I'm on one today. I had last night off. So I've got a lot of energy right now, and I've got a lot to say. And I'm going to go ahead and hand over to Julie, so Julie can go ahead and introduce herself for you guys.
Hey, I was just listening right along with everyone else. Yes, we have different experiences in life, but we have some of the same as well. So what I've been through, some of the things she's going through right now, and a lot of things she's been through with 5 children. And she even had a girl. I had 3 boys, so I don't know anything about the girls.
But, yeah, you do. You're a girl.
I am, and I have granddaughters. But as far as bringing up a daughter, more power to you, because that's got to be tough, especially when you're so used to it. Wasn't?
And one born on your birthday.
Oh, she was born on your birthday? Oh, wow. So you two are so much alike.
So much alike.
That's
don't tell her that, though. Don't. She gets mad when she hears that. No, I'm not like her. I'm different.
Well, yeah, a couple years different, at least, you know.
But she loves it when you tell her that she looks like me. She loves that. She's like, oh,
that's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, she loves it when people tell her you look like your mom. She gets her whole aura lights up. Oh, thank you. I always tell her that.
Oh, wow, that's great. Yeah, I had a niece that tells me I don't look anything like the family, and I'm looking at her going, you look like me for so long. But anyway, yeah, it's everybody's experience is different, and that's why this show works, because we come from 2 different areas, 2 different lifestyles, and it works because we have a lot in common as well. And we're both here to, Elevated by Claudene, that's the name of her shop. And that's what she does, is elevate people. And I'm here to raise vibrations and share the light of love throughout the world. So love to me is not only an emotion. It's not a secondhand emotion. It's more of power, energy, and magic. When you got love, you got it all. Just saying. But as Victor would say, and he's already put it up here, is love your damn selves. And I'm using the spelling that he put on, damn selves. So please, that's what I'm all about. That's what Love Riot Warriors is all about, is spreading the light of love. And I could quote other things, but one of the sayings I always say is, remember to rise above with love. Okay. What else we got?
Well, what
You've got
else
a lot
do
of
we
things
got
on.
today? I know. It's been a crazy week for me again.
Oh, before you get started on that, so Pluto's day was it just popped up, and that was the first you saw of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
just want
Pluto
to-
and I have an awesome relationship. That I have to admit. And I haven't been paying too much attention to the to astronomy or to astrology or to the sky or to the moon or anything lately. It has not been getting any of my attention lately, and it knows why. So with that being said, that's not something I was going to talk about today, but we can talk about anything you guys want, so I'm going to circle the word that all of this writing right here, where the download started. Okay. With me, you guys, when it comes to the kind of things that I can do, like I said, is I have a straight connection, and to source, to the creator, and to Mother Gaia. And the way that I've gotten this is by knowing the human body, what to do to clean this vessel. All right. And the more that I detox, the more that I become more natural, the stronger this connection gets. Plus, there's a lot of other things that correlate with it too. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that I do know light, and I do know darkness, dark energy. I know them pretty well, and I continue to learn as my journey goes on. And I try to bring it to you guys, because a lot of the basic human, when I talk about energy, all they know is the energy that they can measure inside of them. That scale, if they have enough energy to go to the store, or if they're fatigued. A lot of people know that word, fatigue. A lot of people feel fatigued. Well, there's a reason for all of that. Okay. And so anyways, that's what I like to do, is I like to just kind of teach you guys energies. Okay. And that's what I know and I understand. I feel pretty well. Okay. And so this whole thing, I'm going to go ahead and circle this word, you guys. And this is what it started with in the middle of the page right here. Universal stabilization. Can you guys see that right there? Can you see that word? It started with that word, and it went all to these downloads on this paper surrounding the whole word. And then it goes on to the next page. So yeah, I do have some stuff I want to talk about. I don't know if we'll get all to it, and it keeps going, because now we go into destabilization. Source gives me that word, and we get a whole nother 3 pages of more downloads. Okay. Now, and then I also been working on this project, you guys. I've been working with wood ear mushrooms. So I don't know where I should start. Is there anything that you guys want to talk about first before we do get started? Is there anything going on in anyone's life that they want to talk about? I have Nova here, you guys. She is one of my clients. Okay. She helps support me by using my services and by buying my medicine. She is going to be a client that is going to be on here. She's promised to be on here as much as she can, hopefully every Tuesday and every Monday night with me, talking about her story. Okay. She is live, real action, you guys. This is real life, what she's doing right now. Okay. First of all, she is on 14 pharmaceuticals, and I'm helping her get off of those pharmaceuticals. I guess we're going to start with you, Nova. Okay. And there was all my notes about Nova. Okay. Well, I was using this by memory, and I wasn't getting it right. Believe it or not, Nova, I have no written documentation of your elements that I've been helping you with, except for what has been inside, I memorized inside my brain. And Not even through any of our texts or anything. So because we've been talking about everything verbally. So she also has a pacemaker, you guys, a vascular ring around her artery, and then she has a mechanical valve on one of her arteries. She has endocarditis. Am I saying that right? I hope I'm saying that right, okay? That's where it all started. And it started from her abusing drugs, opiates. Okay, she got caught up in that opiate epidemic because it was real. I was part of that opiate epidemic. I started my own campaign going after Jean Kapoor, who, if any of you guys know who he is, he was the owner of ISIS pharmaceutical company, and he is the one who invented all of these amazing opiates that has caused such a major, major problem in our country of opiate addiction. During COVID, we lost more people to opiate overdoses than we did COVID. But of course, you'll never know that because they don't speak the truth. But the numbers are there. They don't lie. If you want to go ahead and go to the National Registry of Opiate Deaths and all that stuff, they have it on the federal government. It's all on their website. Anyways, so you guys go ahead and do that research. I've already been there, done that. So I'm helping her. And right now, John Kapoor is also another person who created the problem and also created the solution. Okay, you get them hooked on OxyContins and on fentanyl, and then we'll get them off with using Suboxone. Yep, he's the creator of Suboxone, not methadone. Methadone has been around for a while. Methadone, Suboxone, kind of the same thing, but they're different opiates, fake opiates that work on the receptors differently, you guys, okay? When it comes to these synthetic types of pharmaceuticals that you're on, just like her 14, that binds to your receptors in your brain, binds to your bones, binds to your muscles, binds to your cells, binds to everything in your body, and it just causes chaos. So, but she's doing much better. She is winging down of all of her pharmaceuticals. As far as I know, she was winging down a little bit more last week, and we had her down to 8 milligrams down on Suboxone, which is, you guys, that is one hell of a ride. Excuse my language, but that's what it is. Okay. You don't know it until you've gone through it, or anyone who's ever been with someone who's gone through it. A doctor will tell you, and then I pretty much can say this for 99.99% sure myself, that any doctor that prescribes this pharmaceutical will tell you that you will never get off of it. It's a forever fix. But they won't tell you it gets into your bones. Won't tell you it destroys your teeth. That's how you know it gets into your bones. If it destroys your teeth, hello, it's in the bones. Your teeth are bones. Oh, another important thing I got to tell you guys is I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I don't know shit about Western medicine. But what I do know is the human body and how it works on the cellular level. Okay, that is all I know. And I know what plants can help you with that element. Because every plant on this planet, even poisonous ones and mushrooms, are here to benefit the human body and its cells. So is there anyone out there saying anything or questioning?
Yes, Jess was saying, I saw a priest talking about how demonic influence rose to new heights during COVID in 2020.
Oh, yeah, they released everything out. They had to. They had till 2022 before the covenant ended. Okay. Contracts, you guys, that's what this is all about. Okay, when it comes to the demons or the beings of this planet that ruled it, that were our lords, they have been doing everything that they can. Okay, here we go. Let's go back to this word. Okay, what I was told by stabilization. They're not here to create stabilization for us, you guys. No, the darkness wants destabilization, anything against natural law. Okay. And when I'm talking about natural law, I'm not talking about the 12 universal laws or anything like that. I really am learning about natural law right now. I've been learning about natural law the last 6 years of my life. Okay. And that is when you live here on Mother Gaia on her terms. Because we naturally want to do that. It's naturally embedded in us, you guys. It's our innate. Okay. Now, when it comes to these kind of which I like to call organizations within organizations, you guys, they're ruled by different organizations. Okay, you guys know some of them, and then you guys know the Illuminati. You guys know the secret space organization. You guys know of Freemasons. You guys know of the Rockefellers. You guys know all of these different organizations within the organizations, and they all are ran by even higher level beings. The highest of the highest, you guys. Come on now. You guys have heard of them. I mean, it's all in your Bibles. Lucifer, Satan, Marduk, Iliath, Lilith, Cain. You know, that whole bloodline of Adam and Eve, to me, is evil. And they're not here. They have been here, you guys, because we are the currency. The energy of that. When I talk about energy, I am talking about currency. What do you guys know currency as? Most humans know currency as money all around the world. You say currency, they think of money. So, yeah, that's what they've been doing. They've been stealing our currency, our energy. And all right, you guys, here we go. Prime example. And I always like to say, prove me wrong if you can, please. If you can prove me wrong, please do. Because everyone has their own truth, okay? And that always gives me another way of looking at a different perspective because, everyone's truth is not the same every day. It can change. Okay. In front of our own eyes right now, Americans are watching our Federal Reserve, our Treasury, our White House literally being taken over by a demon. Elon Musk. Yeah, I'll call him out. I don't fear this stuff, you guys. I don't. Like I said, no darkness. And it's happening right in front of your own eyes. You're going to sit there and tell me that that's a true organic human being?
Don't even look at.
Come on now. Seriously? Everything that's coming out about him? And what has come out about him? These are not conspiracy theories, you guys. They're real. So your commander-in-chief, our commander-in-chief of this great country of ours, puts this man in the White House. What does that say about him? Yeah. And that's just in front of your face.
Who knows what's happening behind closed doors?
You just imagine what's happening behind closed doors. So, yeah, the evil is very real, you guys. And you're feeling it. You're feeling it. That's part of the stabilization that we're going through, you guys, okay? So that is the stabilization of energy, okay? Of source, golden source light. Golden light, okay? Not just white light. Sources, energy. And that when you feel it, and when you know it, it's always been kind of comes in as a white light, you guys, because it was cut off. Our currency was cut off because of the destabilization from the darkness. Okay. And now it is true golden light. Okay. It is gold. You are the gold. You are the asset backed of this planet. You're the worker, you guys. Okay. Do you get it? You have the loosh, the energy to get the logistics to get this planet to go, to do everything that we do is because of us. Okay. And this gold source light is coming in more and more as we stabilize, you guys. All right. And we are feeling it. Okay. So, like last week, for example, I was on fire, man. I had so much energy. I was feeling great last Monday night. It was incredible. It was a really good week for me last week. Then I come here on Monday morning. I was drained last Monday morning. Oh, and by the way, I called oregano a probiotic, and I did not mean to do that. It's an antibiotic, you guys. Right. So sorry about that. Realized that later on after the show that I said that, but that's just showing you that I was off on my energy. Like I was not feeling it, you guys. I don't know what I mean, I do know what happened, okay? And that's part of this stabilization, okay? As the energy of the lords on this planet, the darkness of this planet, which I like to call Dark Dynasty. I just roll all of them all up in one group, and I call them Dark Dynasty, okay? Because that's who they are. They're really stupid. They're stupid. Everything they do, their ceremonies, I wrote some notes here, their blockage, all the things that they do to stop source light from coming in and taking over, just cause a disruption. I'm hoping this is making sense to you guys, but that is what I come to, that it is disrupting the energies that we feel, because we are the currency, okay? We are made from source light. We are source light. There is no beginning. There is no end to it, okay? And so when they're doing their stupid stuff, bringing their dark energy, or their rituals, or all the weird shit that they do, because we don't do what they do. Trust me. Normal humans do not do what they do. You can feel these. You can feel this when they're interrupting, okay? Now, I'm always kind of drenched. I'm knee high in these energies all the time, you guys, so I'm usually pretty much used to it, and I don't think much about it. So I just go and I slog through it, is what I call slogging through the energies. But for you guys, that's why I thought it was so important for me to kind of talk about why you feel so crappy sometimes, why your energy feels drained. And yeah, and we are going to, we win, you guys. We've already won this. We've won this war. You guys have heard me say that over and over and over. But what you're seeing right now and what we're feeling and what we still got to go through is these beings are leaving the bodies. They're hosting these beings, and that invaded their bodies are leaving. They're gone. And now we're looking at, when you're looking at Elon Musk, you're actually just kind of looking at the true vessel of Elon Musk. He can no longer come into your dreams unless you manifest it somehow, some way. He can't do the things that he was able to do prior, because he could never do those anyways. It was because he was invaded by a being, like by a demon, you guys, by an ET, whatever you want to call him. So is there any questions out there?
Jess says we are currency. That's why we all have social security numbers, but that's in this country. They don't always say that.
That's part of an agreement. See, that's different. See that, okay. The reason why the ruler of this planet was able to set up the way they were able to set it up, and trust me, you guys, they set up traps after traps after traps after traps, and blockage after blockage and blockage. That's why it's been so hard for source light to come in and has to dismantle this stuff, transmute it, and then put it into the gold energy, okay? Because we are in the golden ages. All right. This is all new. Another thing, too, this is all brand new. No planet has ever done this before, ever. We are the first beings, human, get it? Huge men, human, who are doing this. So it is a big, huge experiment. And Social Security is just like another agreement that you made to sell your energy, your currency. Just like how you agree to play in the money system, fiat. It's a fiat money currency. It's not asset backed. It wasn't. Fiat means agreement. That is how it's trickery, though. It's always true when it comes to the dark side. Everything is trickery. You really, really have to pull those layers back, you guys, and really dig really deep to get these answers like I have. And it's just poking at everything that I possibly can. And
yeah, I was going to say, Kayla is saying she's new to all things quantum. So if you can explain quantum a little bit.
Okay, quantum is another energy. It's a God energy, but it's beyond that. Okay, God's energy is beyond quantum. Quantum is just something that we use for the humans to understand that, because it's something that's never been studied. It's what they call junk DNA, space junk. They got all these names for God's energy. Quantum energy is God's energy. Everything at once, past, present, and future. Boom, at once. Okay. God's energy is in the present moment, right now, what's happening, because that's all you really got. Okay. God's energy is when you're with the plants, when you're with the animals, when you're with the babies, like especially a brand new soul. There's nothing better on this planet. Nothing feels better than when you are holding a brand new soul that just came from the Creator. So that's quantum. Quantum is there is quantum physics that's coming out now. Thank God. Hopefully they'll get that right. But as far as I'm considered, and everything that I know as to be my truth right now was designed by the darkness. Yeah, all of it. Every last bit of it. So that's why I go in, and because I believe that all the answers are within me. I have every answer that I need. Every question I have the answer. I know my memory has been wiped. I know that I've had amnesia being on this planet. I've known that for quite some time, but I'm constantly doing the best I can to try to get what memory I can back when I can. And those are the type of things that I focus on top of cleaning my vessel and having my God code on 24/7. Always, for protection, especially because of the things that I say. So, and I've talked like this for a while. I've been calling out the darkness. They've never really bothered me. They came to me as a child. I went through so much stuff, and I fought back and I pushed back. And then when I realized how to fight back, pretty powerful, I guess you could say.
And Jess says God's energy is in you. It's in each of us, yes.
Yeah, we all emanate God's energy. You're right, exactly. We come from that never-ending love, that currency. We come from it. We're made from it. It has no beginning. It has no end. You cannot sever it. You cannot destroy it. It does not age. I remember once when a teacher of mine told me that the reason why we exist in all these other parallels and dimensions and lifetimes, and we split our energy all over the megaverse, is because it keeps us from being destroyed. If we were to pull it all in together at once, then we'd be easier for the darkness to be able to get us and to destroy our energy, which I never believed. Never made any sense to me. I was like, why would a soul want to work, or why would an energy want to work that hard? Especially when you're a human. But anyways, and when I found out energy could never be destroyed, yeah, that debunked that theory right there. Yeah, I thought that was a funny story when I was told that. But it's a belief. Hey, and who's to say he's wrong? I'm not. He could be totally right. Who knows? But anyways, any more questions out there?
Well, Nova says we are God's consciousness. And
exactly.
And she says, or Christ consciousness.
Exactly.
Creator.
I wrote something.
Also, Victor says, hope all more on we getting free energy as Nikola Tesla gave to us. We need his knowledge.
Exactly, you guys. We are all one consciousness. We are all one through consciousness energy, for sure, 1000% from the Creator. I believe we've been there since the beginning of days, and we'll be there till the end of time. So, like I said, we just have amnesia. We forget. We get brainwashed. It's all brainwashing from the darkness. Okay, they have been destabilizing us and taking all natural laws away from us since humans have been on this planet, is what they've been doing on up to us. Dumbing us down, but keeping us alive just enough so they can steal our currency. So, and we can wake up to this and we can push back. And like I just said, I gave you guys a pure good example of Elon Musk. Like I said, it's happening right in front of your guys' face, all of our faces. Question everything. That's my number one recommendation for everyone. Question everything.
If it resonates with you, then it's about you. But if it doesn't resonate, step away.
And it's okay to say, no, I'm not doing that. No, I don't believe in that. If someone's feelings get hurt or they don't like it, that's their problem.
Yeah.
I am tough, you guys. I know I'm tough and I'm rough and I speak very bold. But I'm also a really fun, loving person. But, when it's time for me to get serious, it's time for me to be serious. I am a mom of 4 boys. So boy mom comes out a lot when it comes to me, especially when I was teaching them about girls.
Exactly, because I brought my boys up differently than a lot of people. So,
exactly. So yeah, I mean, that is pretty much, we could talk about all of this all day long, you guys. What you guys have any questions out there? Any comments?
Okay. Children come into this world naturally, questioning everything. Yes. I've never stopped questioning. I had that discussion last night. It's like things did not resonate with me when I was younger, and there was a lot of contradictions. I could watch somebody talk, and because being a middle child, I sat back and observed a lot more than I did talk or be in the middle of everything. And to see them contradict themselves constantly, it's like, well, how can you say this and do this? It doesn't make sense. Why are you so negative in this aspect, but so positive in that aspect? You got to live your truth as your hard truths on Mondays.
Yep, and I do another live, you guys, on Mondays. It's called Hard Truths. I really give it really hard, and that's a really good live I do because I do it with a very good friend of mine from Australia, and she's another really good. Tapped into her psyche pretty well too, and can read energy pretty well. And she was raised in a cult to be against Americans. So our conversations get really fascinating, you guys. They do. She, like I said, she lived in a cult. She had to escape the cult. She had to go from one country to another country because she's from Thailand. So and so she really has an interesting aspect when it comes to energies because she fought a whole different type of darkness than I did. So, And her creator is Mother Gaia. And, she's got a little bit of different truth than I do, which is fine, you guys. I don't judgment. It's not my job. Not my job. It's not my job to judge you. It's not your job to judge me. It's not your job to judge anyone. Actually, what anyone is doing is none of your business.
Right. What they think of you is none of your business.
And if it bothers you, then you need to
Yeah.
look at something inside of you.
Right.
So, and that's good stuff, you guys. That's good natural medicine.
Yes.
That makes you a better person. And then when you realize why you're like that or why you're feeling like that, and you get to the root of it, you feel so accomplished. You feel like, oh my gosh, because you healed something inside of you. And you just went up to the next level of awareness of something, of somewhere, But yeah, question it all. I question everything. That's why I kind of brought up Elon Musk this morning, because this is the stuff I was questioning the other day, you guys. I had a really good week last week, and I saw something on the news real brief. I don't watch TV, but it's okay.
Well, if you're on the
you can't escape news, you guys. It's just the way it is. You get on your phone, you're going to have a reel come on. You walk into somebody's house, they got the news on, and I help people all day long. So I got a glimpse of it, and I always feel, there's a reason why I had to hear that and I had to see that. And he was on there, and and the reporter asked him about SpaceX, about X, and he says, "What about it?" Like he forgot about it, like it didn't mean nothing no more. He had the attitude like, "Oh yeah, I'm not involved in that no more. I don't know. I don't do that." You invented it. It's your baby. Like, then from there, I questioned that response, you guys. And then from there, I started to question, well, hold on a minute. Then I saw a video of him, of his eyes rolling in the back of his head during the inauguration, I believe it was. Inauguration, yeah. And I was like, whoa. What is he doing? And it looked like the mushrooms hit him.
You were watching the mushrooms hit him?
I was like, what is that? Are his magic mushroom? Are they getting ready? Did they just hit him or something? The way he floundered his eyes with the back of his head. I'm like, and then he's looking around and kind of touching the sky a little bit. I'm like, whoa. I mean, he was making himself look like he was summoning some kind of energy or demon. I mean, he was just doing what he does. He's disgusting.
Yeah.
So anyway, questioning that question led me to that, and then led to me, oh my God, can the American people see through this one? Because I know there's so many people who choose to turn a blind eye. I meet these people all day long.
Yes.
All day long. Because they choose to not look at it for what it is. And continue to praise our government. But that's what they choose. That's fine. That's okay.
Oh, I love that. I remember the horror movie, The Happening. And the older woman they went to stay with for safety told them, "We don't keep TVs in the house for that reason. It spreads fear." I like that.
And you know what? Who?
That was Jess.
Yeah, Jess. This is. I've heard most of my life from elders, from older people who would tell me that they'd say aliens or the monsters, and someone would say demons or entities. It was all different words. I was told by different older people when I was little that they came through the TV, the boob or the
boob tube.
The boob tube is what they would call it. It comes from the boob tube, and I feel that comes from prophecy from the natives. Because the natives prophesied that the Hopis, the Mayans, that is in their prophecies. I love prophecies. I have done my fair share of research on native prophecies in my lifetime. So I do believe that's where these elders in my life heard that. And then I continued to hear it all through my 20s and my 30s from elderly people that's where evil comes from the TVs. And the radios.
And now we've got internet, laptops, phones.
We've got this, people.
Yeah, phones.
And I've got to say, this has got to be the worst addiction I have ever seen Americans have. Any of you Americans out there say you don't got any addictions? I say BS.
Definitely.
Unless you live under a rock somewhere and
Yeah.
you're unplugged. They're the only ones. And to some degree, I'm sure that they are using some form of government services in some way too. But yeah, this, yep. I've been kind of going around doing a little bit of short distance traveling here in the valley the past week or two, and I've gone to do a couple of restaurants. I sit down and get my fix. And I look around and I see family gatherings of 10, 12 people. They'll have 6 children, and they literally, every child has a phone in front of their face or they have a laptop in front of their face.
Tablet, laptop, something. My Jess
Yeah,
says
tablet.
my grandmother, who was an Eucharistic, hopefully I'm saying it right, minister and Native American, used to say that you're letting them in by watching and listening to that.
Mm-hmm. You're giving your energy to it. Giving your energy to it back then was so different. It was so different. You know, we couldn't win anyways, you guys. When the darkness,
Ooh.
you know, when Dark Dynasty was in control of our loosh, of our currency, we didn't have much, we really didn't have much power, you guys. We were I mean, we're still doing it. Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people a lot of us are still suffering and stuff, but we couldn't get ahead. No matter how you tried, how hard. I mean, you work 70, 80 hours a week. You get ahead for a minute, but then all of a sudden, boom, I don't know, a big expense would come up. I mean, it kind of never failed. And then we were never taught how to live a simple life. That wasn't allowed. You know, we were taught, you know, to keep up with the Joneses. You have to have this, you have to have that, or you weren't going to be able to make it. And it's still kind of like that, you guys. They made technology be a necessary evil.
Right.
But at the same time, here we go. Technology is a great experience. I love talking about technology. I like technology. That's a great example, you guys, with using technology. Technology, yes, it's part of the evil, but at the same time, we've been able to convert that energy and use it against them too. We also were able to find out a lot more information about things. The videos of what they do on their 40th birthday have been distributed out on the web. You know, everything they do is on video, you guys, everything. Look at how we're able to find out all the information about Freemason. And all of this has been done through the web of people sharing their information from the whistleblowers. I love whistleblowers.
Yeah, the people who've been through it know more than, I mean, it's like what you've been through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't have a videotape of everything.
No,
you
no,
know
no,
what I
no.
mean?
I'm not
You know,
saying
like
that,
they
but
do. I'm telling you, what our presidents do on their 40th birthday is not the same thing you do on your 40th birthday.
no,
Trust me.
I don't want to see what. Yeah.
Oh,
I
it's
really don't
disgusting
care.
what these people do. I mean, like I said again, they're not the same as us at all.
No,
at all.
definitely.
And they think we're crazy. Like we think they're crazy. They think we're crazy for not wanting to believe in what they believe in. So, because trust me, they had a chance to come to the light, you guys. They've had the chance to turn in directions and come in the direction of light. They had, you know, they got choices just like us, but nah, they'd rather summon some freaking demon inside of them. Sit in a chair and be the chosen one. And they still, even with, which doesn't make any sense to me, because if you want to be almighty powerful and have all those extra powers, but you want to have some demon come inside of you, those aren't your powers. They don't belong to you.
Relax.
It just doesn't make any sense. They're, you know, they just don't make any sense. That's why I call them Dark Dynasty.
And Jess said her grandmother told she had me read the book Pigs in the Parlor. And Pigs in the Parlor is a practical guide to deliverance book by Frank Hammond and Ida M. Hammond.
I like your grandma. You're a smart grandma. That's why you're such a smart cookie.
Yes.
And
she's an old soul too.
Yeah, and listen to what your grandma had to say. She had a lot of truth in there. She knew exactly who her opposition was. Okay, my grandma used to tell me all the time, you guys, and she was a devoted, diehard Baptist Christian girl, 1,000% Norwegian. Both her parents both parents from Norway. Yeah, she was a complete full bred, and she was so funny. Every time a presidency would come in, a new president would come in, she'd cry and say, "That's the Antichrist." The Antichrist is here. And she marked Reagan as the Antichrist. She was so dead. She was for sure he was Antichrist because his name was Ronald Donald Reagan, and each name had 6 letters in it. So she's
okay, got it.
But I'm so happy my grandma did this stuff for me and in front of me because it helped me connect dots. She was teaching me something, you know. She just didn't question enough, is what my grandma didn't. She wouldn't question the faith of Jesus, or she would not question that. She truly felt that, that Jesus was the Savior and all that stuff. So, which is fine.
Yeah. And Jess says, the book is a practical guide to deliverance from demonic influence. It provides biblical insights and personal testimonies to help readers understand and combat spiritual warfare.
We probably all should have read this in school. This is probably something we should have, everyone should have done a report on.
Right. These kinds, as opposed to some of the other things.
The government stuff that they forced us to read, some of the, the outsiders, the stuff that they had us do was all, part of their agenda because they, they were all ran by, their own organization and their own agenda. The reason why there's so many organizations and within the organization behind the scenes, you guys, is because there's so many different specters of the playing field on Earth that had to be controlled. Like, one family had to control, I call them dragon families, had to control education, which was, I believe, the Rockefellers. They controlled, well, I know they didn't create it, but I know they funded it. The medical institutions, the books and stuff like that. And then you have the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds is another dragon family who actually were the guardians of Americans. And maybe the world, I'm not 100,000% sure. I'd have to tap back into that and see if yeah. So there were our parents on this planet. As far as the covenants went, and that's the contracts and stuff that they had with their higher ups, their alien beings that they worshipped. But yeah, your grandma, yeah, I like her. Maybe that's probably a good book for a lot of people to read. Do you have are your kids going to read that book too, Jess? See how, but you know what? That probably helped you so much, Jess, because when you're if we were born on this planet, you guys, given our core truths, who we truly are, who we truly come from, and why we're truly here, our lives would have been completely different. We would have never played into the financial system. I'll tell you that for sure. We would have questioned everything for sure.
Oh, we did Ancestry, and my mom's family's royal crest has dragons on it.
Who's that?
Jess.
That's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think all dragons are bad.
No.
I don't. There's bad dragons. Trust me, because when I talk about dragon families, they're another part of their own organization, of their a part of the darkness too. We've got the Chinese, we've got Russian, we've got all kinds of dragon families that hold all kinds of different types of magic. and supposedly, they're the ones who kind of, I want to say, who hold all these gold bonds. They always have a cave or
Understood.
a tomb or something full of some kind of gold, which I call black gold.
And Nova's animal farm, she questioned. Did you say anything about an animal farm? I'm sorry, I didn't.
Hold on, you guys. I'm gonna see
You
what's
having
going
fun?
on with my
And Jess, Jess is going to share that, and you're off right now.
Yep, because my battery went dead.
Oh,
Oh, isn't this great? Okay, well,
okay.
let me get on my phone. I'll be right back, you guys. Let me go ahead and sign on through my phone.
Okay, but in the meantime, there she is.
I'm still here, you guys. I didn't charge my
We thought she was charging it.
Yeah, I thought I was charging it. I have 2 charging ports, and I thought I was. But anyways, let me just get on my phone, you guys. I'll fix this real quick. You guys can ask questions while I'm doing this.
Okay, but Nova had asked about animal farms, so I didn't understand why. And Jess says, yes, I do plan to share it with my kids. Also, Victor says, so happy I'm a Lyran starseed and the connection to cats and bigger cats.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I've got multiple starseeds, so I'm cool. Oh, sorry, I just turned towards the door and there's a huge doggy outside who's gorgeous.
Oh yeah, there's most beautiful dogs and cats go.
Next door.
Yeah.
And they've been quiet so far. I know most Tuesdays they do get loud and proud, so be prepared. And this big guy, oh, he's starting to whine, but other than that,
Look at Jill Moon. She's just looking at them.
yeah, they're not coming at you.
Well, she knows that. Okay, come on. Why can't I get on my Gmail? Come on. There we go. Oh. So, is there any animal farm? Did I say animal farm?
I don't know. Yeah, that's why I was questioning Nova, but she hasn't come back and said anything, so I don't know what's going on there. Okay. So,
okay, they're putting everything together. Let me make sure that I have my.
you could.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to be on my.
Did you go ahead and you're still connected?
Okay,
Did
so
you
just okay. I'll go ahead and just join, so I should be fine then, because
Yeah.
it's not asking me for my
your stuff?
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, it's not
you
asking
should
for my
still be
stuff.
connected. Let's
Oh,
see.
yep. I am. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
It's an easy fix.
All right. Give it a second. While she's doing that.
Oh gosh, don't tell me this is it.
Okay, you can say that again. We're back on.
Sorry.
Oops.
What the heck?
Got to turn off it completely.
I did.
Did you go to your volume under your settings?
Yeah, it's all off.
No, go to your settings.
Oh, yeah. Ringtone, media, notification, system, Bixby. Yeah, it's all turned off.
Can you arrow that way from your volume? Hit mute.
Did
Okay.
that work? No,
No.
that didn't work.
I should send their settings. I'm not sure.
This is so annoying.
Turn it off completely, but I don't know how you can do that.
You're supposed to go right there.
And you did put vibrations on before that, and it's still going. On echo. Yes. Okay. This is.
I don't know what to do, you guys. Well, see, I'm doing too much talking.
Well, I've got you in the background, so you can put the phone off to the side if you
Well, I
want
can't even mute it. It won't let me. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see. Okay, let's see. Oh, high school made us read it. Anthropomorphic farm animals who rebel against their human farmer, hoping to create a society where the animals can be equal, free, and happy. Wow, in high school. Under
Yeah,
the
it's not gonna
dictatorship of a pig.
Yeah. I'm just gonna see. I'm just have to share it with you for now. I'm not gonna mess with it anymore.
Okay,
I'm over it.
but you're still on.
I'm still on.
I mean, and you're broadcasting on your channels as well.
Yeah, this is kind of what goes on with me, you guys. They always try to shut me down. I've been shadow banned for a long time, so it's just the way it is. But hey, I got to get out there, and it's taped, it's videotaped out there, and so F them.
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys. They're only gonna be able to do this for so long. The live wire is getting stronger, is what I like to call it. The live wire, the source light, golden light connection that we're making through the Ethernet of the computer system. I'm not a computer person.
Right.
I'm just speaking words that are spoken to me by the higher ups. But I know if I do talk to a computer person, they say, oh, they like those words, but they always have a better word or a correct word of what I'm talking about. But anyways, yeah, so we were talking about crazy energies and the darkness and how they work, and
Nova, about the animal farm, she was explaining what was in the book, explaining the book.
Oh, she read the book too?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
In high school, they made her read it. And I'm going, why would they make you in high school?
Oh,
Did you read it in high school? I didn't.
I didn't know, but I remember Nova telling me about this. Didn't we talk about this, Nova? Could have sworn we talked about this.
The farm ends up in a state far worse. Okay.
That's kind of like what this planet Earth is, what the evil did. They turned us like it's a farm.
Yeah.
They farmed us, to kind of like the way the system works. I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of like a way a farm would work, you guys. My string is hanging out of my. I think I have this on backwards. I do.
Oh, well. It's okay.
Whatever.
You're warm.
I'm warm.
Okay.
I'm sure it looks just the same in the back besides this string that keeps sticking out.
Yeah. And a few weeks ago, it was Backwards Day. So National Backwards Day. So,
nice.
Yep.
And in Canada, it was Family Day.
Today? Or what day?
Yesterday.
Oh,
I believe when we have President's Day, which is just a joke. We don't need to be honoring any of those men. None of them.
No, but it's nice for the kids to
I know.
get a day
I'll
off.
take day off. I know. I'll take the vacation day. Yeah, for sure. But I'm not honoring any man. Heck no, that ain't happening. Especially men that were of all Freemasons. Ain't happening. Yeah, you guys, I'm not patriotic.
Everybody makes their own choice of what they want to do. so.
Right. I am not a patriotic person. I used to be back in the day. I come from a long line of military, very long line of military men, but I know war doesn't work. It doesn't work. And that's a good thing about what's going on, you guys. So the wars are ending because there's no money to fund them. If there's no money to fund them, then there's no money to funnel for a big corporation and for our government. So that's why the wars are ending. So that's a good thing, you know, with what's going on. It has nothing to do with, I don't believe, of Trump bullying whoever he's trying to bully these leaders out of, you know, stopping this war. There's just no money for it. We are watching the cookie crumble right in front of our eyes, you guys. So this next couple of weeks is going to be very interesting because the chatter is that I heard out there is that they barely made payroll. The federal government barely made payroll last month. So the only way I can see them being able to make payroll or do anything is if they if they figure out a way to siphon the money from the VA, Social Security, and from who is still on a W-2 and the big corporations who are paying big taxes. That money is still being funneled, you know, through the system, of course. It's still currency. Again, we are the currency. Anything that flows and has a continuous flow is because of our gold currency, you guys. It's because of us.
Right.
The government has no idea how to make their own golden currency.
Well, one thing we need, one thing I have done is spend more locally with local at a farmer's market like you do and all different things like that. Do local instead of Amazon and other things. Yes, Amazon is one you kind of need every once in a while, but
yeah, it is one of our big corporations. I try not to feed it too much. I go to small business. I make almost everything. If I don't, I have a family member who does. We're pretty much a team together here in the family unit that I have. Like I said, if I don't make it, my daughter-in-law makes it, or my daughter grows it, or we pretty much have a really good balance, and we just work with what we have.
exactly.
I want to go over some of my products. I know I have some of you guys out there that have tried some of my products. Again, you guys, to support us, we have products. We have products, you guys, to help you guys. And when you buy from us, I do share the money with Julie. And I wanted to show you some of my fun products. Okay, so you guys, I do enjoy smoking a cannabis and anything that's a plant. I love smokable plants, smokable herbs. That's just what I do enjoy doing. It's just been my thing for a very long time. I was born into this. And one of my hemp, I call these my stogies. Hempets stogies. And this one right here, let me get the camera right. Can you guys see this?
Mm-hmm.
Am I good?
Yeah. Oh, keep twisting it so they can see.
Oh, well, the sticker, wait, okay. The sticker doesn't really matter. I just want them to see the wrap. Yeah. Okay. So you see this, you guys? This right here is wrapped in chamomile. This is a chamomile wrap. And I have cannabis in there. And then I've got a tip. I handcraft my own tips. And this has probably, oh, wait, sorry, the tip is that way. So the flower doesn't fall out. So that's why I put the flower on top. So this is, so if you enjoy smoking, I have these, you guys, and this is a lot of fun. And like I said, it's wrapped with chamomile, you guys. Yes, isn't that so cool?
There's that big doggy.
Then I have, this is one of my small ones, you guys, but this is my rose petals, stogie. And this is made with roses on the outside of it. And roses are very euphoric. Very euphoric. And then, and these right here are kind of made to order because you just can't let this kind of stuff sit around. These are made with organic flowers, you guys. And then I even do small ones. So this is a little tiny one. This is like, I don't know, I'd probably say like maybe a half a gram of cannabis in here. And this is another one of my small chamomiles. Let's see what else I have. Okay. And then this one right here is another wrap. And this right here is where I got started, right here. So these are my all hemp wraps. That is a wrap with hemp. It's a wrap with a hemp tip, and then it has all hemp inside of it. So these are really nice. I like to smoke some of this and then go into a CBD bath I got a whole bathroom line, you guys. Hold on.
It's got a lot of great things to share.
And everything's in small quantities, you guys, because that way you're not too invested, but you're invested enough to know if you like it or if it works. Okay. Because I was that kind of person when I'm out shopping back in the day when I was using other people's products. You know, I could never understand why such a small amount was so much money, you know? Well, now I get it. But anyways, these are my bath salts right here, and they have CBD in them. And these are really nice. And it's got frankincense and myrrh, and it's got roses in it, and it's got all kinds of different types of salts in there. With a 50 milligram bath bomb, I also do 100 milligram bath bombs. They're bigger. I also do CBD candles. You have one of these and this together, and you will feel like a noodle. My recommendation whenever someone does this,
A noodle?
go to bed. Make sure it's a night where you're going to go straight to bed because you're going to feel like a noodle when you're done. Stuff works really good. And then I also have an after bath. It's my new soul oil with extractions that I make from frankincense, myrrh. This has Amanita muscaria mushroom in it, so it has spores. It's got hemp, it's got lavender, it's got tea tree, it's got avocado oil, and a lot of love. This is my after bath oil. And then, you guys, I do natural sunscreen. Natural sunscreen. So this is really good stuff right here. And this is also made with mushroom spores. The reishi. Was it reishi that I put in here?
I thought you did.
Yeah, it was reishi. Yeah, reishi. Because reishi helps protect you from UV rays.
Yeah.
So,
And it works tremendously. I mean,
all this stuff does, you guys. It all works great.
well, I haven't had all of them, but definitely the sun protection. Now, you've
You
told
like that
me
one?
about, yes,
That's
I
one of your
use it.
favorites.
Yeah. You told me about you're going with your grandkids and your son. Your son wouldn't use it.
Mm-mm. And he got burned to a crisp. Nobody else did in the family. He was so burnt, you guys. And he had like 4-degree burns on his skin, remember?
Ooh.
Yeah. I told him, we made him. He came here to my facility and made his own regimen because he didn't want the tea tree oil. So
Okay.
he read somewhere that was going to make the burn worse or whatever, but that just depends on what type of extraction that was. But I wasn't going to argue with him. He was here, he was seeking help, and I thought it was really fun watching my son do my job. So obviously I've rubbed off on him somehow. He's my Aquarius child, so he's a little bit harder to sell this stuff to. He's funny. But I mean, he loves natural stuff. He's my son who was addicted to heroin.
Oh,
Okay. He was shooting it up in his neck. So, and he got off of it when he finally got off of it because he attempted to get off of heroin and Suboxone. That's how I became a master of this, because there's nobody out there that I know that does what I do, you guys. And I'm good at it. And I know I am. And I learned this all from my son, from going down that journey of that evil with him, because I told the devil, I told Lucifer, not this child, not this lifetime. You're not getting any of my babies. You're not.
not taking them.
And the power, the power of a mother's love is stronger stronger than any demon, and as powerful as it is, it cannot puncture or even merge with that type of energy. It can't have it, can't handle it at all. So yeah, that mom love, yeah, I know how to spew that out to them. And so do you. And so do you. What else was there?
Oh,
I like the candles idea. Oh yeah, here, I'll show you some of my candles. I got 3 sizes. I think I carry 4 or 5 sizes, you guys. No, but you'll love the candles. I got little tiny ones that burn for like 10 hours. I see it comes with a crystal and everything. Some of them have mushroom spores and some of them have CBD, cannabinoids in them. Here's another one. They're all made out of pure beeswax, you guys, because beeswax is very good for you. I do not add any kind of incense to these or to any of my products unless it's a natural incense that I did the extraction. That's perfumes are poisonous when they go out in the air, you guys. They're not good for you. So yeah, my candles, those are actually made by my granddaughter and I. So we're still mastering this project. Yeah. They kind of melt.
And I keep asking for tapers. So when they figure that out, then I'll be the first one.
Yeah. She likes the long taper ones. Yeah.
Well, it didn't have to be big.
But you get them for a really good price already, anyways. And
yes, I got them for a real good. But they're not beeswax.
Oh, they're not beeswax.
Yeah.
They're soy wax.
I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. But for 25 cents for a candle about this long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Not bad. Yeah, candles are expensive.
Yeah.
But getting this stuff for candles to make candles the beeswax is expensive too, because you need to use a lot of it.
And Victor said made beeswax candles this day. Worst meds I've been having was benzo. That hangover after took 3 days to get it out of his body. And Nova is a candle person.
Oh, I see that. And you make your own and soap too. Ooh, Nova. You know what? Maybe you can master some soap with no lye in it. And then I can purchase soaps from you. I do like to carry natural soaps in my facility. And I use them myself because that's the one thing I don't make is soap. But trust me, I've made my fair share of soap. I know how it's to be done. I have this whole entire idea about soap. If I didn't do what I did right now, when I get released from this job and it's not created, Nova, I'm doing it. Okay. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I want to do soap stations.
Soap stations.
I want to create a clean soap, laundry soap, body soap, shampoo, conditioner, hand soap, dishwashing soap, all these safe soaps. And what people do is I will take all these safe soaps that I create and I will do soap stations. Hopefully my dream is to get a bigger facility, you guys. I want to work where I live. I want to do the whole thing for you guys. I want to show you how to live on this planet, even in a big city, how you do it without complying or needing the government, a self-sustainable home. Yes. Okay. And that is what I want with my own garden. And, the water will be recycled all throughout the house, all kinds of stuff. But at this place, you'll also come because I'm going to have a storefront there too. And I'm going to have a farmer's market. And at the farmer's market is where I want to start these soap stations. And then I want to merge them out to my community at different areas of different people. And so if you need soap, you bring your jar and you come in and you refill that jar of that soap that you need or whatever it is that you want to fill. And then I'll probably sell it by the ounce or whatever. I haven't really gotten there yet, but this is a plan that I have, Nova, and I am speaking it about right now because it's an idea for you guys too. You know what I mean? We're going to need these soap stations all over the United States. Yes. So
you bring in your own container.
Yeah, and you bring in your own container. And I kind of, with my storefront, I want to do the same thing too. I do. With foods and stuff. You bring your containers, you fill it up, we sell it by the pound or whatever
Right.
it's going to be. And you bring in your own glass jars, okay? Because I'm not okay with this plastic, all right? Now, to be part of the change, the new earth that's getting ready to come, which I love to talk about. I love talking about the new earth and the stabilization of this planet, okay? And of natural law, okay? Now, when it comes to, I guess Jewel Moon's going to say hello to everybody. Say,
Over here.
you got to go that way. She always just wants to show you her booty.
Yeah. She's not aware of a camera. Doesn't know where the camera is.
Jewel Moon, everyone wants to see your face, not your booty.
I want the pretty end. Pretty end. I know both ends are pretty, but yeah.
Yes, I'm a cat person. I only have one cat. I've never had a cat. She's my first cat. She'll be 2 in April, you guys. Her birthday's coming up. Okay, so what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's part of, creating the new earth is by living as natural as you can, participating the best that you can, by doing good for Mother Gaia. I don't understand how anyone can ever be bored if you do this. If you start practicing this kind of life, and it can be as easy as recycling your trash, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Taking your trash, take all your paper products, put them in a different pile, put in a different container. That's what I'm going shopping for today. I'm going to go hit the thrift stores. I need 2 big containers to put my paper goods in. I always just wait till I get a really big box and then I stick all the paper in there all month. But anyways, I separate my paper because I burn that. I burn paper once a month. And then I take all my scraps of my food, any food that's left over when I'm cutting or that is no longer that I'm not going to eat in the refrigerator, I put it in a mulch pile for my garden. Hello.
Early
Oh,
today.
look at that. I make my own dirt.
And it smells fantastic. It smells like chocolate.
Yeah, because it has no poo.
It smells great.
It smells great till I add the poo. She only gets to smell the good stuff.
Fine. I don't need the poo. I got enough poo in the world. I mean, there's plenty.
You have to have poo in it. I'll show you why later.
Okay. But in the meantime, Victor says, I hope now when I'm moving back, starting planting the herbs and making herb salts and body stuff.
Good.
And then Nova says that the Yankee candles are $30, if not more, and they don't last like they used to. I started making soap when I was little. It's a lot of fun. I love the idea.
Thank you, Nova.
And yes, I do save my candles and remelt the leftover wax. Now, what are you guys using to melt it in? I know you found the Turkish coffee thing that I can remelt it in. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, and then these right here is beeswax, so they melt down, Nova, and you can recycle this wax as long as you put it, on a clean plate. I just get a big plate, and then it all melts down, and then I remelt it again and use it again. Yes, I recycle my wax too. Mm-hmm. So yeah, the ones that from Yankee are very poisonous. They cause cancer.
Yes, and the fumes that it sends out is not good. Any of those manufactured candles like that, they're just, I know I have a hard time with it. Now, there are people that are making fresh candles that this one did use soy wax, and the fragrance they put in there was fabulous. So I know it was extracted from natural stuff. It wasn't bought as an oil or anything else. But I'll have to bring that in sometime to show you. Being bored just means more time for creativity and self-expression.
Yeah.
Double boiler always works. Yes, double boiler. I don't have a double boiler. I'm sure I could find someone somewhere.
Make it. No, a double boiler. When they say double boil, they're just talking about a pan with water in it and then another glass jar in there or another pan inside.
Yeah, but they used to make double boilers, glass ones.
Yeah.
The old ones, And my mom, I almost positive that I grabbed my mother's and brought it home. It's just in a box and I haven't gotten to it yet. So I'm hoping I find that, and then that's where it'll be perfect.
I just make my own double
Thick
boilers.
glass jar on the wood stove. You got a wood stove? Great.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Just, oh yes, I did a lot of creative stuff. We'll still do after moving, plan doing watercoloring after. Have a mentor now, is one of Sweden's most famous. Oh yes, yes, okay. Oh, this is Lauren's. It's not your friend Snow White. Okay. And let's see. Anything else? Nope. I think that's it. I think Victory is a good name for him too. Anyway.
Yep. So, trying to, learn as we're all learning this natural law, as we become stabilized here with these new energies as they're coming in. Just hang on tight, you guys. We still have a few weeks left of this month.
And the planets align. 7 of them, 7 planet parade on the 28th. So remember, we are in the age of Aquarius, when Jupiter aligns with Mars and peace will guide the planets and love will still steer the stars. I mean, I think it's so great that everything is coming together. Pluto is in Aquarius and you love Pluto. So, oh, and the reason why it's called Pluto's Day is today was when. Go ahead. No. Did you know?
When they discovered Pluto?
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I had the
like
date,
I said, yeah, like I said, I love Pluto. Pluto was discovered here in Arizona
at the observatory in Flagstaff.
At Flagstaff, yep. I've gone there. You know what? I wish I would have realized it was Pluto's Day, because I have a T-shirt that says Pluto, a planet or a star. And then we voted that day. I went there to the observatory in Flagstaff when they were having that voting day. It was like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, but it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of snow that day in Flagstaff, in fact.
1930
was discovered, and they never really categorized it as a planet, you guys. They called it a star. It was a big old thing.
Right.
And a lot of controversy around it, yeah.
And it was named a planet, then not named, then taken away. And now they call it a dwarf planet.
I think as of 2023 or 2022, something like that. But no, I really enjoy Pluto. Pluto is the planet of the master of the Underearth, isn't that?
What would you say?
What is it? What is it? The planet of the Underearth, or
named after the Roman god of the underworld.
Yeah, the underworld. That's what I was trying to say, you guys. Yeah, Pluto of the underworld. He's the master of that, and that's why all of these Illuminati, deep state, shadow government, whatever you want to call them. Again, I call it Dark Dynasty. Has been upheaved. All of their bullshit has been revealed, and it continues to be revealed. Is because of Pluto. So how could we not call it a planet?
Right.
It's a pretty mighty planet, if you ask me. So, and it does the same thing on the human. It doesn't just affect the Dark Dynasty. It also affects us, you guys, okay? So any of you out there who have been sweeping, things under the carpet, can't do that anymore. Pluto won't allow it. It will all come. You'll be forced to have to face everything. And trust me, I know, because I've had to face my own stuff. It's not that I was sweeping under the carpet. Maybe I was, but at the same time, I had thought, oh, I've dealt with that, or I've faced that. I fixed that. But oh, no. It comes right back around again in a different type of energy, but it's still the same situation. So anyways, yeah. But Pluto and I have worked very closely together, and I hope you guys get to too. It is a really amazing energy. It just really gets you to clean up your house. Polish the baseboards.
Yep.
I know, having a fireplace is so cool, isn't it? It's the best. I have a fire pit at home, so that's what I use.
And the Percival Lowell, which the Lowell Observatory is named after, he was the one looking for this planet for many years. He died in 1916, but it wasn't discovered until Clyde Tombaugh found it in 1930. Even though they knew it was there, they just couldn't figure out what was going on.
Yeah. Gosh, I think like when they first found it, I want to say was like the observatory that they have in, oh my gosh, it's going toward, what's the name of that little town going towards California Quartzsite? And there's an old observatory up there that they used in the 1920s. Gosh, what was that called? What is that town called?
It's not Blythe Beyond.
No, it's
Okay.
not Blythe. This is way before Quartzsite.
Oh, before Quartzsite.
Before Quartzsite, and just you get off the road, you drive up. I can't even remember, but anyways, I do believe. Yeah, I think that's where it was kind of first spotted, and then it was for sure spotted in Lowe's Observatory because it was more advanced than the one that. Gosh, yeah,
Mount Graham International Observatory.
in Mount Grand.
Mount Graham is not.
No,
No, that's in. That's east.
yeah,
That's-
this one's been closed down for some time. I guess you can hike there. It's a small little town. Kind of seems like a little creepy town. And I'm not talking about Joshua Tree either.
Southwest.
Not Joshua Tree. It's before Joshua Tree. That kind of makes sense why like kind of such weird thing goes on over there because there's a lot of activity in Joshua Tree, I hear. It's
Yeah, it's hard to
before,
tell.
yeah, it's before Joshua Tree, before Quartzsite.
Okay, I'll have to figure out.
And the way I learned that was that I was driving to California and I saw this off the name of it and it said away to so and so. I can't remember the name of it at all. I really don't. And I went ahead and Googled it. I did a bunch of research on it one day and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. And that was when I was getting to know Pluto. That was like 8 years ago.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was like 8 years ago. I've turned more towards kitchen witchery since we can't have the pits and don't have fireplaces. Kitchen witchery.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the only, witchcraft,
Well, they were talking about fire and fire magic.
yeah, fire magic. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like fire magic. It's pretty cool.
Because that's you do when you do your bonfires.
Oh yeah, I like to take pictures of the fire and stuff and watch it dance, take videos and watch it dance. Yeah, no, it's a really cool energy. I mean, fire is, just strong energy for sure.
I'm a Leo. I am very much
Fire, you and
Right.
Aries, huh?
Sagittarius too.
Sagittarius.
But I have more Earth signs. I have only 2 Leos. Yes, Mercury and Sun. However, I've got 4 in Virgo and 2 in Taurus. So
Yes. I don't know. I don't have too much fire signs in me, but I have a lot of fire in me, and I know that for sure. I mean, I just have a natural fire inside of me that has been pushed me to be where I am today and to push back and give it my all in every way that I can. I'm loud. I know that.
yeah, there's sayings about that, but I won't.
Yeah. I can get loud when it comes to, because it's untruths. I cannot stand watching a liar
Right.
and someone who's pulling the wool on people. Like it's disgusting.
Oh, yes, Nova, you and her are both the same. I use my stove to boil herbs like sage, cinnamon, clove, rosemary. That's her wooden stove.
Yep. And eucalyptus, get some eucalyptus if you can in there. Oh, you know what? That was the thing I was going to talk to you too. No, but you know what? Let me just touch on these mushrooms that I've been I've been working with this mushroom, you guys, for about a year now. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and make a few products with it now. Where's my notes on all of this stuff? Okay. So I just told you guys all about Nova's medical conditions a little while ago, about 45 minutes ago.
We haven't had her update though.
If Nova, if you want to go ahead and put your elements down, I did just let everyone know that Nova, again, she's one of my clients that I'm working with. I'm getting off of 14 pharmaceuticals. One of them is Suboxone. And she has endocarditis, which means that, which has caused her to have to get a pacemaker, a vascular ring around her artery, and a mechanical valve around one of her arteries. So this is what we're doing right now. And I do have her on a regimen right now. She's weaning herself off of her medications. We go slow and low on this. We do have to be careful because of there's only one pharmaceutical that is in question about getting her off of, and that is the blood thinners. A blood thinner. I believe she's on one blood thinner. So the mushroom that I'm working with right now is called black fungus. Okay. And it is an edible mushroom, and it's also called, it's got a couple of names. Another really popular name is called ear mushroom. But I like to call it black fungus because ear mushroom just isn't very attractive. It literally looks like an ear. It is a mushroom, looks like a little tiny ear, okay? And it's dark. And it's slimy when it's wet. But it has a crunch to it. It's in Chinese medicine. Chinese cook with this all the time. They actually make a salad out of it. And it's really good. It is real good. But the ear mushroom, you guys, is okay. So it's also called cloud mushroom, jelly ear, blackwood ear. Oh, yeah. And this one's really funny. Jew's ear. I don't know how that name came up, but this is just some stuff that Google told me. So I just kind of wrote it down. Okay.
I'm not sure what.
And they grow on live and dead trees. You can cultivate them. And I teach people how to grow mushrooms. So this might be a mushroom that I could cultivate. I'm not too sure. I haven't made a substrate. I haven't tried yet. I haven't made a spore. I haven't gotten that far yet. But hopefully my mushroom club this month, which is this coming Friday, we're going to be able to do this. Okay, we're going to go make a substrate bag. I know they grow, if they grow on trees and wood, then sawdust and wood, they'll probably grow on that, and some kind of a goonie grain. But anyways, they're native to Asia, sold all over Asia, and markets all over the world. So this is a really popular mushroom all over the world, except for America.
Yeah.
So the black mushroom, the black fungus, Nova. Now, Nova, you suffer from an irregular heart rate, which is too slow or too fast. Okay, another fascinating thing that I found out about this mushroom, you guys, it's a yin mushroom. It works on the yin. It cools the body down. So that is a really cool thing about this mushroom. When I learned that in Chinese medicine, they say it's the medicine for the yin. And if anyone, you guys understand about the chi, your body, your chi, your fascia, that's more body, that's part of your body energy, life force. Well, this works on your yin energy, which means is your female, which is your right side of your body. It also provides moisture for the lungs and removes irritations out of the lungs. This is another thing I found out. I was doing research in Chinese medicine and how they use it, you guys, and I just loved this when I found this out. And this is where you come in to play, Nova. This is when I read this, I was like, oh my gosh, we may have found something that might work for her to get her off of her blood thinner pharmaceutical. We're not there yet right now, you guys. We've got a long ways before that happens, but I did get this download regarding this. It was customary for Chinese mom to give soup with chicken, ginger, Chinese wine, red dates, and wood ears for their daughters right after they gave birth. The soup restored blood loss and dispersed blood clots left in the womb.
Wow.
So, reduces the risk of cardiovascular, nourishes spleen, stomach, and lungs, which is very important, you guys, because I'm all about the lymphatic system. So this is a mushroom that also helps with the lymphatic system, okay? If it nourishes the spleen, okay? Because the spleen is a big part of your lymphatic system. Oh, and it prevents inflammation, brings your immunity back to balance. Immunity is extremely important. If you have a strong immunity, you'll be able to fight off anything, even parasites. Okay, so the reason why it prevents or treats blood clots is because it is an anti-thrombotic. Okay, and that means that's an agent that prevents and treats blood clots, also known as thrombi. Blood clots are known as thrombi. And this is an anti-thrombin biotic. So that's why this mushroom could be a mushroom that might work for Nova, you guys. And an antithrombotic agents are used to treat and prevent conditions such as deep vein thrombosis, DVT, a condition where blood clots form in the deep vein, usually in the legs if not treated. It leads to pulmonary embolism, which I believe is AFib. Yeah. And I know she doesn't have AFib. Yeah. Pulmonary embolism is AFib. Yeah. And pulmonary embolism occurs together. Yep. So it looks like we may have found this one, but at least I am onto something, Nova. So that is why I kind of really wanted you on today, because I wasn't able to talk about this last night with you. So what are you feeling about this mushroom? So I would love
yes
to check out.
Yeah.
I need to get off the poison, literally rat poison. Yes, literally, you guys. The medication that she's on right now for her blood thinner is rat poisoning. It's facts. That's how they make it. Again, I'm going to say this, and I stand this right now. Pharmaceuticals is true black magic. Okay, that's witchery right there. That's witchcraft at its finest. Okay,
at its most evil.
Yeah, and it's best for shutting down the human body. Okay, they know who you are, but you don't know who you are. Remember that. Okay, that's part of the name of the game here. You know, you've been in war since the day you've been born, but no one told you that. Okay, and the opposition is too much of a loser because they can't play by the rules of war. They don't play by the rules of war. They make up their own rules, okay? Because again, what I like to say is through your whole entire life, you know, you've been set up for this war that you knew nothing about, and you were always looking at the horse's ass and not the horse's face because it doesn't have enough courage to let you know the truth. You have to find that out yourself. So yeah, that's about the black fungus mushrooms. And as of right now, the only thing that I've made it in is some teas and capsules. It is in my I do put that mushroom in my cancer blend. I do have a 10 mushroom cancer blend that I do for people who have cancer. And at my mushroom club this Friday, I'm going to make ear mushroom stir fry.
Roundup makes pharmaceuticals, LOL, a literal weed killer company. Yes. And they've supposedly shut them down, but obviously not.
Weeds being the medicine. Yeah, weeds are medicine.
Yeah.
They really are. They try to make you think it's bad. You have to clean and maintenance your front yard of these weeds. But no, we've got one of the best pain relievers that grow wild here in Arizona everywhere is the wild lettuce. And it grows everywhere.
Mhm.
And that right there, that gives you, it basically has opiates in it. So, and wild lettuce tastes good too. It's really good.
And it's best to find it off the beaten path,
Mhm.
not
And just make sure that it's not being sprayed.
right, exactly.
Just go ask any homeless person. They'll let you know where all the good stuff is.
Hey, they eat better than a lot of us do.
They know
They
what's
don't go to
poisonous and what's
fast
not
food.
poisonous.
Yeah.
They're the ones who literally living on the dirt. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
they've been beat down, you guys. They've been beat down by society. They've been beat down just being a human. And that's what you're seeing. And a lot of them are invaded by, lower level demons. Which we're seeing. We're seeing these demons leave these hosts, these bodies, you guys. And like I'm telling you, they're all the same as us. But
Yeah.
as the golden currency rises and stabilizes, you guys, because that's what, I mean, this is new. We've never been through this. That's why sometimes you feel like you're on a rocky boat, with your emotions, with, your mental illness or mental wellness. Your physical wellness, you can kind of feel like you're like on this boat, and tipsy turvy, that's where we are right now. We're really at the tip of it. We're getting really tipsy turvy because it's getting ready to either they're going to have to be able to merge and connect with these golden energies, okay? Because their dark ways aren't going to work anymore. That type of energy is going to just bounce right off of the gold light. It's going to reflect right back to them, you guys, okay? Sent right back to the maker. And I guess you can only do that so much, and then you get sent back to your creator, which I'm sure the creator would love to have them back.
No time will come.
Oh, it's coming. It is coming. And you guys are literally, we're watching these things leave. They've left their body and now we're just watching like the regular human, and they don't know what to do. They don't know how to be human. They don't know how to be source light. They want nothing to do with it. So it is what it is. We'll just sit back. Like I said, we're just going to sit back and watch this show unfold. We're at the very tip of it, and it's the cookies crumbling, you guys, as we speak right now. The next couple of weeks are going to be super interesting. Yep. All good stuff coming, you guys. Just, hold your light, please. Hold your light. Anchor your light into the ground. Do the best you can to live by natural laws, whatever that means. You know what I'm saying? You know what that means. You come here naturally knowing how to love, how to be one with the planet, and anything that makes you feel good, like creating, do it. Keep doing this so we can help Source Light, the golden light, come in. And there's going to be big, big, big changes, you guys. And I get it. It's any kind of change is scary, but this is bigger than any kind of change you've ever experienced. I mean, if you've been through divorce, yay, you know what a big change is. Or if you've been through something like I've been through, and that is a major, major change career in the middle of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in the middle of my life, I was called to do what I'm doing right now, you guys. And there's no guidebook for me.
No.
I took it just like I took parenthood. I had to handle it just like it was a baby, a child of mine. Because there's no playbook, there's no rule book, there's no nothing. So that was pretty scary for me to do, you guys, okay? At the age of, I would say, well, it was the age of 45 when it started, but I got my facility. I opened it up 5 years ago on the 22nd of February. So I'm going 5 years of being a storefront owner and having my own healing facility. But anyways, that was a huge change.
4 days.
I know that was a huge change. Like a change of jobs. What about people who've been at a job for a really long time and you change that job and you get another job? Anything that has been huge in your life, or just becoming a mom for the first time, that's a huge change too, or a father for the first time. Anything huge that changed your life, that's how big this is. But times it by 1,000 more times. That's how big this change is that's coming in for us. And again, the change is natural laws. Living on this planet as to its natural laws. Not these stupid laws that some freaking crazy
Maniac is the word.
maniac possessed white man made up. Okay? And and they're more in love with their power than what they are with the human race, of what they're
Right.
supposed to do here for us. Okay?
Yeah.
They're not in love for our best interest at all. There's no love for our best interest at all. It's all for them to gain power, which has led them to be the crazies that they are today. The crazy, they're going to rule the world.
Yeah.
The first one always killing myself.
Yeah, he stopped himself. That was his first awakening. He's had two, he said.
Oh, you wanted to kill yourself?
He was on the bridge planning to jump.
Did Source throw your ass back up and said, you ain't going now?
There was a couple of things that happened. Yeah. He hasn't told you that story. That's great. It was a fantastic.
Oh yeah, I have. I know someone, a soldier, a big time soldier, man. He was, he was in the military for 14 years. He was in war for 14 years in Afghanistan, and he came back, tried to commit suicide, tried to jump off of a cliff, and literally the wind brought his ass up, and he smacked right in the back of a tree.
Oh my.
And he's like, yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
For a while. Okay, well, that about wraps up for us. I know we still a little bit less than 2 hours, but it's after 10. But we have a lot of announcements. One is this weekend, this Friday. It's a big deal this Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, another big deal. I got another mushroom club coming. And if any of you guys have any ideas where I can advertise this, let me know. You guys, you can send me a message on my Facebook. You can go to Ella by Claudene Facebook, or you can go to Claudene Landry, which is my spiritual page, which is another business page. And give me an idea of where I can advertise the Mushroom Club. It is here in the Valley in Arizona.
Have you done a meetup?
They want $45 a month.
Shoot. Get that.
Yeah, I know. I might do it. I don't know. We'll see. I might do it for a couple months. I'm going to talk to the other members on Friday and see what they think. Maybe someone might donate the money. I'll see what happens. So we're going to have the Mushroom Club. It turns out that it will also be the February 21st, which my 5th year anniversary of opening these doors, which was February 22nd in 2020. That was when, COVID, everything was going on. And 5 years later, I'm still standing strong. I'm still here. I will never forget when I opened those doors. I looked out the doors. I said, okay, Spirit, bring it on, whatever this is all about.
Yep. And the next month is when they shut everything down, right?
And then I think it was the 8th.
March.
Yeah, March 8th or 7th or 8th or something like that. Everything got shut down. And
Right before St. Patty's Day. That was a big thing for me.
Yeah, but I'm still here. I kept my doors open the whole entire time. I never shut my doors. I was never instructed to do that. I stood and slept on these floors here for days in, days out, for months, manifesting and just bringing it, just waking up the collective and just pacing. I did a lot of pacing, just waiting. I'm like, I'm just waiting. And then the floodgates started opening up big time, I would say in 2020. It came in waves, 2020, 23, and then 2024. Now here on 2025, and I'm seeing another big, huge wave of people coming in. And every wave that comes in is completely different than the wave before that. So, yeah, it's very interesting. But yep, any of you guys want some help on cleaning up the body, cleaning the vessel? You want to hear more about what I have to say? You want to try my products? Go to my website. Please support us. Like I said, we do this. I do this live counseling 4 hours a week. Julie does it like what, 6 or 8
6,
hours?
Yep.
And it's free. So, and it's not easy coming on and doing this kind of work, you guys. If it was, then more people would be doing it.
And there's more and more, but remember, they have other things too. It's like Claudene's doing this right before she goes to work. I mean, she's at work, but
Mhm.
before she,
Before I open my store, my
Yeah.
facility, I come here early in the morning to do this. And then Monday nights, I usually stay here really late doing it on Monday nights. And I didn't do it last Monday night. I took a break, you guys, because I could. It was an American holiday.
Yeah.
So and it was also a Canadian holiday called Family Day. I love that.
I like that.
I want to change our President's Day to Family Day. That would be so much better, you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, one more thing I wanted to say too before we go, you guys, and we're talking about helping with natural law. If you really want to get into it and you really want to help your community, start writing in and let's start forming organizations to stop these chemtrails.
Yes. Can't. So we were going to talk about that already.
Yeah, we got to talk about these chemtrails, you guys. I meant it. That was on our agenda to talk about because yesterday when I was out grounding, and I just get frustrated, you guys. I get so pissed off because I should be able to look out and see a big blue sky. And when I see a blue sky, you guys, and I stare at it long enough, I get these sparklies around it. And I know that's source light. I know that's source golden light. And that's something that I can literally see with my naked eye.
Mm-hmm.
And I can pull on that. These chemtrails, I can't. I had to look into the trees to get that light, to get that connection that I like to make. And then I get to sit with source light.
Yeah, there's so much stuff up there.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard.
So seriously think about it, you guys. Think about organizing a campaign in your neighborhood. I'm telling you right now, Source showed me if we were able to get these communities together and get these, I don't know what you guys want to call them, organizations, campaigns, get these campaigns to stop these chemtrails, stop these companies from doing it.
I don't think it's company. I really think it's government.
It is government who owns the companies. They own these big airlines who keep filling them up. And then they own the chemicals companies that they all own it, you guys. But we as the people, if we start a small community, everyone in their own city, and start getting signatures, I know how to write an initiative. That was part of what I did when it came to the cannabis and how we got legalization. I was part of all of that. If we start doing stuff and we start pushing back and going to the legislators and saying enough is enough.
Yeah, not in my skies.
Not in our skies. Quit. Do it for the children. Do something. Do something, you guys. If we all do something, we can change this. Okay? And just don't leave it up to another human. Start it and I'm telling you, you will have people who will rally with you. I bet you like in the first month you do, you'll have 100 people, members of your organization, probably all moms.
I just got the download sort of thing. Blue Sky Initiative.
Yes.
Just
whatever.
Blue sky. I mean, that's because that's what we want.
Mm-hmm.
We want to have our skies back.
And you just start it with your community. Your community goes to your city goes to your county goes to your state. You know what I mean? It grows. It's a ripple effect that happens. Right. But this is a way for us to be able to push back and stand in our power. And there is a county, I believe in Kentucky, that outlawed, illegalized chemtrails. Seriously, last year it happened. They made it illegal for any airline to be able to do that. We have that power, you guys. So that was something I wanted to mention about chemtrails. And I don't care what country you're in. You guys can do it too. You know, I can't stand it. I'm so sick and tired of it.
Yeah.
I've looked at, and it's getting worse, you guys. The chemtrails are getting worse and worse and worse and worse because it is the one weapon that they can disperse on us. We don't do nothing about it. We keep flying. We keep, using their services so they can keep affording to put the chemicals on us. Let's break that chain, guys.
Chemtrails and contrails. Difference. Fuel your expansion into the topics.
Contrails, yeah, we have nothing to do. Contrails or the regular fumes, I believe that usually come out of a airplane. Yeah,
That's what they're trying to say.
yeah, they're
saying that contrails are the lines in the sky made from a plane's exhaust system. Now, if you observe the commercial airlines, those trails end quickly. The chemtrails are the ones that are higher up, and they disperse longer and wider. And if you wake up in the morning and you see some very wispy clouds, those were made by chemtrails.
Do your research, you guys.
Yeah.
There are videos after videos after videos. There's a video that I just saw last week, and this is a young kid bragging about being on the plane and got to shoot the chemtrail bombs. He called them chemtrail bombs. It's an older video.
Oh, wow.
Probably about 10 years old. And this was a young kid, so they're able to condition him and brain, and he gets on there and he's shooting out all these chemtrails while they're flying, and the smoke is just crazy, and he's having a great time. But do your research, dig deep, okay? Just keep going, just keep pulling those layers back, and you will find the companies that are responsible for this and who owns it. What family, evil family, dragon family on this planet owns the chemical company and owns that airline. So, and shame on our airlines, on our commercial airlines who are allowing this to be on their airplane. I did hear a rumor, some chatter, that there was some pilots, some American airline pilots who did do some whistleblowing on this. They got fired and they refused to fly the planes. So you're not going to hear about all that in the news. You won't, because they're so biased to just their agenda. So it's out there. The information is out there, you guys. You just got to look, go on the dark web if you have to, and you will just ask for the answers. You have all the answers inside of you to find information and to get these organizations to be started, or at least write letters to your senator, to your governor. Do what you can. I am going to seriously look at trying to get an organization going here in my city. I'm very busy with already what I'm doing. But I do know that I know a few people who want to try and make a difference on this planet. And that is something that you can do. We all can do this.
Yep. My dad was always trying to draw. The birth rate has decreased because of it.
Yeah, Nova, because these didn't exist when we were younger, Nova. They didn't. The skies were blue or the skies were gray. Like, we didn't have these type of, oh my God, you guys, it's so ridiculous here in Phoenix.
Yeah.
That by the time they don't stop. They continue to run the X's night and day, night and day. Right. You can wake up at 2 a.m. and you will see them running the planes, making the X's. They always make these X's.
Yeah. And they do a lot of other stuff too, but a lot of people are saying it was back in 2015. Well, I just read an article from Gaia, on Gaia, that said it was written in 2016, and it said it started 5 to 6 years ago. I heard people talking about it over 20 years ago, over 25 years ago.
Yeah, they've been around. Gaia is another channel, you guys. Question it, please.
Yes,
okay.
Even though they say it's Gaia, question it.
Gaia is not ran by who you think they're ran by. Okay? I'm telling you.
Well,
when it came to the darkness, when it came to the lords on this planet, they very well designed everything for a reason. Okay? Just trust yourself and question everything. Okay?
But they do mention geoengineering.
Geoengineering, yes.
as part of the chemtrails.
They give you so much truth, you guys. Okay, they agree. They kind of like whistleblow on stuff to a certain extent. You know what I mean? And then they have their paid oppositions that come in and start to tell you guys other information. You know what I'm saying? But they don't use words that I've heard. Words that I've heard from source. You know what I mean? They don't talk about your mitochondria. They don't talk about your cell. They don't talk about parasites. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't talk about a lot.
They talk about quantum. They talk about quantum and how you have the power to heal yourself. But they don't give you the truth. How do you do that? How is that done? Of course, by thoughts, and that's what they tell you. But it also starts with cleaning the vessel. So just question it all.
All right. And tonight we will have a psychic club. Psychic squad, the class tonight on Zoom. And you can give me an email at loveriotwarriors@gmail.com. I have that on the description, so you can always look there. It begins at 6 o'clock, which is about 7.5 hours from now. Just wherever you're at, you can always add 7.5 hours to the current time, and that's when we go on. We'll be on for 2 hours. It's practicing your muscles that are basically practicing the God-given gifts, soul gifts that we were given, that everyone was given. And you just have to, if it resonates with you, we'd love to have you all on. What's I going to say? Oh, and tomorrow I will be back on with Bonnie, Calling on Angels 11:11, and that is at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. We will be on time. We don't flow like we do. And then Wednesday evening will be A5 Says. Hopefully Don will be back because he is flying in tomorrow. He is in Narlands right now. And Thursday morning, he should be back on with Naturally Divine Goddess Tarot, Miss Shauna. And again, Don's name is Sonoran Mystic Tarot. I will be back on Friday with Scott, and we are looking for a new name for our program. So please be on there and give your vote. Let's see, we'll be on at 9 a.m. Susan Grayson will be on at 10 a.m. on Saturday. Miss Jess and Miss Bonnie will be back on Sunday with the Psychic Sunday at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And let's see. A5 Says, Sherry Berry, and maybe Linda will be on around 3 p.m.-ish, hopefully, on Sunday afternoon. Then Shauna Sellers back on Monday morning. And then Tuesday. But in between, remember.
Yep, Friday night, you guys, we have my Mushroom Club. Any of you guys are here in the Valley, please come. I'll go live. I'll be going live on the Mushroom Club too, probably on Facebook and YouTube. And
what about your Instagram?
No. Okay, we're going to see what happens. I am going to go ahead and play with a new software that I got for live software. I'm going to play around with that this week. If you guys see me go live and then I don't go live, then I go live, and then I don't go live, is because I'm testing my new program, you guys.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you'll be seeing. Yeah, that'll say testing 1, 2, 3. So I'll be playing around with that program. If I do get that down and I feel comfortable, I will be on all of my platforms for the Mushroom Club. But if not, it'll just be Facebook and YouTube. And then what else do I got? Oh, yeah. And then Monday night, you guys, Hard Truths at 5:22 to 7:22 with Anne Kelman from Australia, who is from the cult. And we, like I said, we just talk about hard truths. We get into it pretty heavy on the things that we talk about. And again, there's no, Anne will do readings. Anne does like to do readings. She does. She'll do a reading on that. And I like to watch. It's funny. Because she's a conduit. So
Oh.
you never know. Ask Nova.
Yeah.
Nova will tell you she's a conduit. She kind of did a reading on Nova, and then like a week or two later, Nova's grandma and mother came through.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Cool.
because she's a conduit, so she could see the dead. So it was really funny. That was a fun, that was a fun life. Okay, so what else do we have? And that's it. If you guys want to, like I said, you want to know more, you guys want some help with being better, just reach out to me on my website or call my facility during business hours, and I'll get you going. You guys go to my website and look at my products. I know you can't purchase on my website unless you use your bank account, but that is all changing. Hopefully you guys, oh my gosh, I hope right now I did get linked up to another website where you'll be doing donations and you will be able to purchase with a credit card from there. So please, you guys, prayers that is linked up today. They had to link up my new website, the EBC way with Elevated by Claudene. So when you guys go to make a purchase, it goes straight to the new website. So you guys don't even know. And then you make your purchase from there, except for it says you have to donate. And then the donation price is right there. So
please rise above with love. And thank you guys so much for coming in.
yes,
we appreciate
thank
each and every one of
you. Love.
And I'm going to hide that before we say goodbye. Thank you so much.